So for many of you, it might be your first time ever going to the gym as you're sort of looking at your workout plan. And so I want to talk you through how you can feel confident going in for the first time and make sure that you're able to not really stress out or feel like, the worries of people staring at you is going to prevent you from getting results or make the experience really awkward and uncomfortable. We've all been there, like especially the first time, it can feel like you're definitely going to stand out and look clueless. Maybe someone's going to be staring at you and you're just going to embarrass yourself. And feelings like this are completely normal. This is something new to you, and so you shouldn't be ashamed of that. But most people are focused on their own workout, and so as long as you don't stand out too much, people will generally just kind of not really notice you. And so I want to make sure that by the end of this video, you'll have a clear plan to walk in and be able to look like you belong and feel like you do. So that you're able to feel really confident about doing your workouts and just being able to get right to it. So quick thing, in general, most gyms follow a very similar layout where they have different sections for workout equipment. This is going to depend on like the size of the gym a lot. So, an apartment gym, it might just be an individual machine for each, but in most commercial gyms, it's going to be several, and they'll still kind of be in their own sections. If you have a really fancy gym, you might have some other stuff beyond this, but most of these are pieces of equipment that you should find in pretty much any given gym that you're paying for. And there should be a little like cardio section. This is usually by the front so that treadmills, exercise bikes, things like that can either face outside or sort of towards a TV. You'll see a lot of people there usually. You'll find exercise machines, all sorts of weird contraptions for different things. Those will usually be in their own little section. And then off the side, you'll often find a separate room or a little kind of thing at the back for free weights and racks like this. Free weights is stuff like the dumbbells. There will normally also be some benches sort of like this that are kind of nearby that can be angled. And then you'll often see big racks that have free weights. This is called free weight section or racks platforms. You'll sometimes see it as like a little wooden platform just on the ground that you can put weight on too. Now, one thing I'll say is most workouts start with compound exercises. This is ones that use multiple different muscles at once. And typically that means you're going to be going to the free weight section first and then doing machines or dumbbells kind of as you're finishing off. I definitely recommend before you actually go inside, look up your first exercise in your workout. And when you're walking into the gym, just look for that exact piece of equipment and you'll be able to just go in, see if it's available and look super confident as you're getting started. And then, once you're into the workout, it'll be a lot easier to be like, okay, now I'm kind of in the rhythm of things. I'm doing my workout. I shouldn't stand out of place and shouldn't be awkward for other people to look at me. This is really helpful as you're going to know exactly where you need to go and which section that your exercise should be in. So you can just look for, okay, where are the free weights? Where are the machines? What am I looking for? And walk right to that. And then between sets, it's totally normal for people to be kind of on their phone as they're resting. So you can just go, okay, what's the next exercise? What kind of machine is this? Where's that going to be? And be able to walk confidently to that one when you're done with the current one. I'd also definitely recommend going during off-peak hours. If you're doing it right after work, that's often super busy and there's going to be way more people. It's going to be a lot more awkward for you. And there's potentially going to be more people that are staring or just making things difficult. So if you can, this isn't a requirement, but I think afternoons, kind of earlier in the morning before work and later sort of at night, usually is a lot less busy and it's going to be easier for you to get a workout in without having to kind of juggle for space with other people, and then it'll make this process easier as you're getting used to things. Making sure you know what's coming up next is also super helpful here. If you see that someone is using a piece of equipment that you kind of need next, you can either just move on to the next exercise most of the time or go up and just ask them like, hey, is it cool if I work in with you? And that basically means that, when they are resting, that you'll go do your exercise on the same machine or weights, just to kind of be efficient and switch between people. A lot of people will be fine with you doing this, but knowing that you can ask will help. Now, I know this is really stressful, but don't give up. I promise that you got this. If you follow these tips, it should help you to look confident as you're going into the gym for the first time. And as you keep going to the gym, a lot of this will feel more natural. You'll sort of get an idea on where things are, and a lot of the nerves that you're feeling now will go away. Nobody was born like, in the gym. Probably. I don't fact check that one. That might have actually happened. But, just let yourself be consistent, and you'll feel comfortable as time goes on and you keep doing this.